Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plummy and in this episode of RtK, I'm gonna be reacting to Dreamcatcher's recent album release, Dystopia Road to Utopia. And yeah, after just reacting to their previous album, which they released like 5 months ago, back in August, I'm really hyped to check out this album because I actually enjoyed that album, the previous album, much more than I expected to. Because maybe I stupidly underestimated how good it was going to be, mainly because the title track of Boca felt like it was worse compared to Scream. But it was a pretty solid album, if I gotta be honest. I still prefer the album that they released in early 2020 with the title track Scream because it just had more songs in it that were good. Like more songs in general and more songs that I enjoyed and listened to a lot. But no matter what, it was still a really good album and you should definitely check out that video if you haven't. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I really hope it's really good, and it's most likely going to be. Like, there's still gonna be solid songs, but I'm really specifically looking for songs that I will listen to a lot, because in the last album I will listen to at least 2 of the songs of that album, and I reacted to 3 songs, so like only one of the songs wasn't something that I would listen to, mainly because it was a very slow ballad. But yeah, as long as there's nothing like that in this album, it's probably gonna mean that all 4 songs I'll be listening to. But yeah, I guess let's just start it off with the first song, A Wind Blows, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's a very interesting beginning. Wow, that is so different. You know, I read a comment that said that the B-sides might have been better than the title track. I was thinking that there's no way that how that can be true, but this is a pretty solid beginning, that's for sure. Dreamcatcher continues with the solid B-sides. Like, they might be the only group that I can think of right now that has title track level quality B-sides through and through. Like, there's not a single song of theirs that doesn't feel like a title track. Also, Dreamcatcher seems like it's gonna be the one group that I make an exception to when reacting to B-sides, where I will be reacting to each B-side twice, not just to the title tracks, which is what I usually do. Also, I'm expecting an English lyric song in this album. We'll see whether there's going to be one, but there was one in the last one and I really liked it. This chorus seems a little G-Friend-like, or at least the kind of music that G-Friend was releasing like a year ago, 2 years ago. Like before they got taken over by Big Hit. It definitely feels reminiscent of that. I think this might be the first time we've heard this kind of like chant-like chorus from them. So that's something that I actually didn't expect to like, but I actually do really like that. Okay, I would say this is actually a very solid opening for this album. And I know that this is not the intro, there's an actual intro, but I don't really react to intros because most of the time they're just instrumentals, like very short one as well, like not a full song, so it doesn't really feel like it's necessary. Sometimes I might miss like a genuinely song-based intro, but for the most part I don't think they're necessary to listen to. So for this video, for the songs I'm reacting to, this is a solid opening. It's a very powerful song, it's very energetic, and it's very different, or at least somewhat different, I would say, because the chorus does harken back to the days where people were saying that Dreamcatcher was similar to G-Friend, like we're doing this. We're going even further with the sound that Dreamcatcher was doing, because that G-Friend was doing, because, like, I don't know, 4 years ago maybe it was, like back when Dreamcatcher first came out, songs from G-Friend like Navilera and Rolf were still in the main spotlight for them, and those kind of songs weren't in a different genre from Dreamcatcher's music. It's just Dreamcatcher kind of went even further into it and delved into some rock as well, and that does harken back a little bit to that time. It does feel like that, so I like it. It brings some nostalgic memories from that era of K-pop, so I like it a lot. Although for this song I was definitely more into it in the first half than I was in the second half. I feel like I kind of got everything about the song during the first half, so I didn't really feel like I didn't really find anything that much more interesting in the second half of the song. But we're gonna be reacting to it a second time, so we'll see if that is the case. So let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this beginning is even harder than most of the choruses of Dreamcatcher. Man, I don't know what is with songs in 2021, but all songs have this certain quality to them where it feels like the kind of song you would love listening to when you're going on a road trip. I don't know, like every single song that I've listened to feels like that. And I love it, honestly. Yeah, and water is wet. Oh my god, Han Dong, I love her so much. Her vocals are amazing. She's literally been missing me in the reactions that I've been doing. This is the first time that I'm actually reacting to a few songs in which she is in. Because I started doing album reactions in early 2020. Man, I love Dreamcatcher so much. Their visuals, their vocals, their everything is freaking amazing. Okay, so I don't really have much to add to what I already said about this song. I enjoy it. I feel like maybe the wind blows part doesn't really fit that well with the rest of the song, but I don't think it's a big deal either. I think it adds a certain charm to it and a certain edge to the song, so it's not too big of a deal for me, but that might be the main complaint that I would have for this song. The thing that I love about it the most is definitely the nostalgia factor, where it sounds like, I mean, kind of like their music from when they first started. Even though I haven't really listened to their music back then, but just it harkens back to that time, so it makes me nostalgic about it. So I really like that about it. But yeah, this is a solid opening, and I'm going to give it a 9.3 out of 10. And it's interesting and unsurprising that so far, out of the songs that I've reacted to Dreamcatcher, like in the last video and in this one, none of the songs have been less than a 9 out of 10. Like the lowest one is this one, I would say, so far. But yeah, it's a good song. So let's get into the next song of this video, that being Poison Love. In 3, 2, 1. Why am I thinking of the early 2000s in terms of music for some reason? Okay, for a second there I was thinking that it was going to go into a full English, just like that song from the last album. For some reason this song sounds so similar to songs from the early 2000s. Like I literally today was looking at pop songs or just American songs from the early 2000s, and it sounds so similar. Or should I say reminiscent of it, not similar. Goddamn, Dreamcatcher is so damn good. I love it. Like, I don't know what to even say to express how much I actually love this. It's so different. What the hell? I'm in love with this. Freaking Liz and Olander, they're musical geniuses. Wow. Like, they also produce music for 80s. How are they able to do so many different kinds of songs? I don't know, but I freaking love those two. I love this chorus, it's so damn good. I think this album might have beaten Dystopia Tree of Language. I think it might have beaten it. What the hell? I've never ever like even thought that K-pop can sound like this. What? I'm speechless. This is the best song I've ever heard. Honestly, this might be the best song of 2020. For freaking real. Like, for the most part, like, I prefer to focus on title tracks or just only do title tracks when I'm rating songs for the whole year, because I did that for 2019, I did that for 2020, and I would want to do that for 2021, but this song is so damn good, I might break that rule and just put this as the best song of 2021, because holy freaking hell, is it a good damn song. What the hell? Where the hell are they hiding this good of a song? Like, what? It's so good. I love the moodiness of it. I love the darkness of it. I feel like if it was a full-on English, I would have loved it even more. But even then, the way it is right now, I'm in love with it. This is like a 20 out of 10. I love this. This is objectively better than the title track. And I freaking love the title track. Like, before starting to do this video and the last one, I couldn't stop myself from listening to Odai. I listened to it for like a half an hour constantly without stopping, and I couldn't stop myself from listening to it. I was just addicted to it. Literally. And now I'm freaking in love with this one, and I would probably end up listening to it more than the title track. I love the title track, but this is so much better. Like, in terms of objective quality, it's so much better. I don't think this would have worked as a title track, because it's very different from K-pop title tracks. Like, K-pop title tracks on their own are kind of like a style in K-pop itself, because a lot of the times the B-sides of groups tend to be much more different and have more of a variety in their music, because in the title tracks it usually would follow a certain style that the group is doing, but in the B-sides there could be anything from ballads to very hard-hitting stuff like what they usually do for the title tracks. This definitely doesn't sound like a title track. It is as good as a title track and even better if you ask me personally, but it doesn't sound like a title track, so I don't think it would have worked as a title track. I feel like most people would have been, I don't know, like, scared, for a lack of a better term, by this song, because it would be so different from what they've done so far, but it would be just as good. Like, this is such a good song. We're definitely listening to it one more time, so let's go again in 3, 2, 1. Also, I love the early 2000s vibe that I'm getting from this. I love that. Ooh, the beat. I love it. I fucking love this song. It's so good. This is the best song. 100%. I'm really curious what people said about this song or think about this song in general because it's so good. I'm definitely getting addicted for this song. I'm already falling in love, yeah. It's fucking amazing. Like, I'm speechless about this song. I've never felt like this. When reacting to songs, that is. This is the best song I've ever reacted to. This is just like 100 out of 10, honestly. Like, I don't even know what to say about this anymore. It's so damn good. This is the best song ever. We've reached peak. We can't go higher than this. Like, there's not gonna be a better song in existence than this one. It's that freaking good. Like, what? I mean, I don't even know where to begin about the praise of this song. Like, I love everything about it. Literally everything. But if I had to, I guess the things that I like the most about it is the chorus, where Handong goes, "Why do you make me cry?" I don't know why, but that song's so good. It sounds so moody. And I love it. It's so good. It sounds exactly like how I imagined American songs to sound like. Because like 10 years ago, give or take 5 years, like I would say around 2008, let's be specific there, when for the first time we got satellite TV in my country. Back then, it's around the time when I first ever listened to English songs, like American songs and the kind. And songs back then sounded like this, had this exact vibe. So this song for me is gonna definitely have a special place in my heart. I love this. This is so good. Like, I said it like 50 times and I'm gonna keep repeating it. It's so good. But like, the reason why I love it so much is that especially. It brings me back to that time. It makes me feel so nostalgic, and even without that, it's such a good song, and it's so different from Dreamcatcher's music. Like, it's not a rock song, and it's still so damn good. You know, like, I've been thinking that if Dreamcatcher started doing different kind of music, like they moved away from the rock stuff, I probably would end up dropping them, because the reason why I love them is, first and foremost, their rock sound, because there's nothing like that in K-pop, and I'm a huge rock fan, and I just love whenever there's guitars in K-pop songs. But honestly, I think I wouldn't really care at this point. Like, the last album and this one, I think have proven that no matter what the song is, I'll freaking love it. Because it's Dreamcatcher, because they have the talents. They have the talents to do any kind of K-pop song, and I would love it. But yeah, this one is genuinely like 100 out of 10. I freaking love it. It's a good song. It's the best song of the album, and I still haven't heard the rest of the songs. It's the best song they've ever made, if I gotta be honest. Holy shit, I definitely did not expect such a good song to happen. And who knows, maybe the next two are gonna be even better than this. But yeah, let's get into the next song, that being For Memory, in 3, 2, 1. Definitely not as good as the last one, but I still already like it. I'm just surprised by the variety. Like the last album and this one, there's definitely more variety, even compared to the Tree of Language album. So apparently this song's lyrics are written by Gio. Cool. Fucking amazing vocals. Like, I don't know what to even say at this point without sounding repetitive. They're just so damn good. Okay. So, because I'm already kind of a little tired, and because I've been reacting to, like, at this point, like 6 or 7 songs without rest, I'm not gonna be reacting to this one a second time. And also because I didn't really enjoy it as much as any of the songs that I've listened to so far. And it's not because it's a bad song, because I think it's still really good, like the vocals are still freaking amazing. But it's just for this song specifically, the more positive and happier vibe that it had didn't really vibe with me that much. If I was in a different mood, maybe I would have liked it more, or if I was reacting to it in a different season, maybe I would have been more lenient to it, but it just didn't really vibe with me that well. It's still a good song, and I really like Gio's lines especially. Like, she literally said, I believe, something along the lines of, "These are the words that I've been saving up for a while," which is a very interesting thing to write in the lyrics, considering this is the first time she's writing. So I kind of like that about it. Like, thinking that a lot of this song is written by Gio definitely makes me appreciate it more. And I definitely think that these songs, rapping by Dami, is probably the catchiest one in this whole album, because while it hasn't been bad, because she's not a bad rapper by any means, but I feel like in these last few songs, and even in like Boca and this album's title track, I don't really feel her verses, like her rap verses, have really been combined with the rest of the song that well. And I think quite a few people, at least I saw a couple of people on Reddit, kind of have a very similar sentiment, where it just feels, the rapping verse feels a little forced, and it doesn't really have the same vibe as the rest of the song. I feel like in this song it actually fit perfectly, so there's that. So yeah, it's still a good song, but especially compared to the last one, like, anything was going to feel like worse. But I still like it. But I'm just a little too tired to react to it again, and I don't really feel like there's much that I would get by listening to it a second time. Maybe I would appreciate it a little more, but I'll still listen to it on my own anyway. But in terms of the rating, I think I'm gonna give this one a 9.1 out of 10, which would be the lowest score out of the last two albums that I reacted to, like the last one and this one. But it's still above a 9, so there's that. And yeah, if you enjoy more happier stuff, I think this one is really fine. It's a really good song, and if for nothing else, I would appreciate it just for being different, because it's actually really cool to see such a variety in songs in an album, and all of them still being so damn good, and being able to appreciate them despite the fact that it might not be something that I would listen to. But yeah, let's get into the last song of this video, which is New Days, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is gonna be the anime opening. Yep. As long as they do at least one of these songs per album, I'm fine with it. Yeah, this literally sounds like an anime song. And Dreamcatcher actually did an anime song, which I might react to, but I don't know, I've already listened to it, so I don't know if it's good to do a reaction. Comment down below if you want to see a reaction. I always love songs that sound like anime openings. It's so funny how it goes, "What?" I really like the way the chorus goes, where one of the members just sings one thing and the other member sings a different thing. I really like the way it flows. Like this kind of stuff where, in this case, Xion was singing and then it switched to Gaon, I think. It's a really cool structure. It's catchy. It's such a cute, well, I like it. It feels a little out of place, but I like it. I still like it. And yeah, I honestly could react to this song a second time because I do kind of want to, because it's a really good song and I definitely enjoyed it more than the last one. I just appreciate darker songs more. I enjoy them more. But I'm really tired, so I'm gonna try to wrap this one up as fast as I can before I freaking faint. So, okay, so for this song, I don't really have much to say. Like you saw, I enjoyed it. I like the fact that it sounds like an anime song. Like, that's one of the things that brought me into the Dreamcatcher fandom, so it's always good when we have another song like that. And as I said earlier, as long as Dreamcatcher does at least one rock-based or anime-sounding K-pop song per album, we're square. I'm fine with them doing anything else with the rest of the songs in the album. So yeah, it's a solid song. It's not my favorite anime-sounding K-pop song, but I do like it quite a lot. Which is why I'm going to give it a solid 9.4 out of 10, because it's a great freaking song. I do still think that the recent anime intro that they did is actually better. As an anime song, it's better. As a full-on song, maybe this would be better, but I don't know. I'm just a little tired, so I'm just trying to get through this, so I don't know. As I said, if you are interested into me reacting to that anime intro song that they did, comment down below so I know. And I already mentioned it earlier, but I've already seen it and heard it, so it's not gonna be like a first reaction, like first viewing, like my first opinion of that song. But if you want it, comment down below. And in general, if you have any interest in me reacting to any album by any group, comment down below. And as long as a couple of people, or maybe if I feel like doing it, I will do it, but I don't want to promise anything, so yeah, comment down below. But yeah, as a whole, I am maybe a little bit disappointed with this album, mainly because I was expecting something really mind-blowing, and Poison Love is a really good song, and it really blew me away by how good it is, because I never expected or thought that Dreamcatcher would do anything like this. But I don't know, it just doesn't really live up to the hype that I have after listening to the last album, and especially to the hype that I have from listening to Dystopia 3 of Language, which is the album they released in early 2020 with the title track Scream. That album is still one of my favorite albums, and I think it's one of the best albums ever, because there's so many songs in that album, so many of the songs are good, and so many of the songs are good in such different ways. Which I feel like the last two albums by Dreamcatcher don't really do that. Like, they still are amazing with their vocals in these songs, and there's such a huge variety in the songs in these albums. But I don't really get the same feeling that I get from those songs, because I feel like in that album, The Tree of Language, any of the songs could have worked as a title track. While for these albums, there's plenty of good songs that are really good, and are even title track level good, but they don't really feel like title tracks, which I feel like maybe is my problem with these last two albums. So I don't know, I still like a lot of the songs, and I will listen to most of them, but they don't really hit the way that the songs in the Tree of Language did, so that's a little bit of a disappointment for me. But I still really liked it, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!